Hello, St. Peter's. Happy Monday. We are back. It is a little rainy Monday, which is a really great day to have pajama day. So I'm wearing my pajamas here. I'm going to stand up. Don't tell my mom. Got my pajamas on, right? So we're all comfy cozy in our pajamas. I've got my friends with me. Ralph's here, my monkey friend, and I have a new visitor. This is the pig of joy. I got him from a very special friend. Her name is Brittany. And whenever I need a hug or to feel better, I can just give my pig of joy a squeeze and he makes me feel better. So he's going to join us today too. I'm not sure where. Maybe over here. He can be over here by Grandpa Larry. Okay, we got all our friends. There you go. So you can get your friends. You can get your brothers and sisters. Anybody who wants to listen to a story. I heard that Noah was watching with his pet, Spike, right? Bearded lizard named Spike was watching our last story. So I wonder who's going to watch today. I don't know. I'm excited. Thank you for sending all of your messages. I'm so happy that you are excited to have library time. I hope you are looking forward to it again today because here we are. We're back in action, ready for another story. Okay, so today, before we get started, we have to prepare ourselves. So do you have all your friends with you? Do you have your stuffed animals around? Do you have your brothers and sisters, moms and dads, whoever wants to watch? Okay, so let's get ready for library. Let's turn up our ears so we're ready to listen. Turn off our mouths so we don't make a sound. Put your hands quietly in your lap. Take a nice big deep breath. All right, now we're ready to listen. The book I have for you today is about some very special friends. It's actually called A Very Special Hug. I think today maybe we could all use a special hug. Our author is Stephen Smallman, and our illustrator is Tim Warnes. So I think you're going to like this one. It's very cute. Look at how cute he is. It says, there was a new toy in the bedroom. He was small, soft, and floppy. And he had a squishy tummy covered in stripes. His name was Bumbletum. Can you say that? Bumbletum. That's a fun word to say. I like it. Hello, said Millie Mouse. What kind of a toy are you? Bumbletum thought very hard and then said, this kind. And what can you do? Asked Teddy Bear. Bumbletum thought even harder. Something good, he said, but I don't know what it is yet. We'll help you figure it out, said the toys. See, I knew your animal friends would be happy to listen to this story. You look like a mouse, said Millie. Can you squeak like this? Squeak, squeak. Bumbletum tried and Millie helped, but nothing happened. You look a little like me, said Teddy. Can you make a growly noise when you stand on your paws like this? Growl, growl. Bumbletum tried, and Teddy helped, but nothing happened. Your tail, it's kind of like mine, said Peter Puppy. Can you wag it like this? Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle. Can you wiggle your tails? Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle. Bumbletum tried. But instead of wiggling and waggling, he wibbled and wobbled. And he fell over. Aw, poor Bumbletum. Then another toy came over. It was Baby Drinkin' Wet. Can you wet yourself like this? She asked, and she made a little puddle. Tinkle, tinkle. Oh my goodness, that's silly. Bumbletum was impressed. He tried and tried and tried, but nothing happened. I'm kind of glad nothing happened with that one. That was silly. Well, worn out, Bumbletum flopped down on the floor.
I must be a doesn't really do anything kind of toy,
he said quietly. But the others were sure there was something Bumbletum could do.
I know,
cried Boomer Kangaroo, bouncing over.
It's your tummy.
My tummy? asked Bumbletum.
It's striped like a bumblebee. And what can bumblebees do?
Buzz, said Bumbletum.
Fly,
said Boomer. And the others agreed. Millie and Boomer helped Bumbletum up onto the bed.
When you're ready, jump,
the toys shouted. But Bumbletum wasn't ready. The bed was very high and the floor was a very long way down. His knees started to shake and his tummy felt kind of funny.
I'm not a bee, he cried. I don't think I'm supposed to fly. Try bouncing first.
Like this, Boomer shouted. Then Millie joined in. They bounced up and down, higher and higher. Everybody bouncing? You think it's gonna work? Boing, boing, boing. Look, Bumbletum!
I'm flying,
Millie squeaked. But then, boing, thump, squeak, Millie fell off the bed.
Don't worry, Millie, I'm coming,
Bumbletum called. He slid down the quilt to land, flump, on the floor. He scooped Millie up in his arms and gave her a big hug. How nice. Bumbletum's tummy was so soft and snuggly that Millie felt better right away. And she stayed a bit longer, just to be sure. Thank you, Bumbletum, she said. That's the best hug I've ever had.
Hugging,
Bumbletum cried.
That's what I could do. Who wants a hug?
The toys all ran over and settled down in a cozy heap with Bumbletum right in the middle. He knew then that being a Bumbletum was very special indeed. Look at him. They all have a nice big hug pile. I bet you have a special animal that you love to hug too, just like my little pig here. So even though he didn't know what was special about him, he was a really good friend, right? And right now, a lot of us could really use a hug and could really use a good friend. So I know that you are all very good huggers. I'm sure there's someone in your house right now who could use a hug. You could go hug them and then you could come back. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So we're going to think about the people who are really, really helping us and really taking care of us. Who is our Bumbletum? I thought about that. And my Bumbletum is my mom. I bet you that your mom is a lot of your Bumbletums. It might be your dad, or your grandma, your grandpa, your aunt, your uncle, your babysitter, your next door neighbor, whoever's taking care of you. So our project, oh wait, if you have a grown-up listening, tell them to close your eyes and close your ears for a minute. We have a surprise. Okay, did they close their ears? Did they close their eyes? Okay, we're gonna make something for them today because they're so busy taking care of you. They're so busy making sure you're getting your schoolwork done. They're so busy making sure you have your lunch and you're getting fed every day. They're making sure you're having fun and playing games and reading books and having a great time. So that takes a lot of work. And sometimes they even still have to do their jobs. So we are going to brighten their day. Just like Bumbletum brightened his friend's day with a hug. Hugs are always great. Parents always love hugs. I can tell you that right now. But if you make something that they can hang up, that every time they're feeling a little bit sad or a little bit worried, they can look at it and remember what you made for them. Okay, so it can be anything, no holds barred, but I'm going to give you some examples. I'm going to show you what I did today. So I told you that my mom was my bubble tum. She's the one who's been helping. Whenever I get worried or nervous or scared, my mom is always there. So I made her this, a heart. And I wrote mom, and I put thanks on it and a smiley face and love. You could write it to anyone. Another example is if you want to make one for all the people in your family at one time, you could do this. Mine says, I love you. And I thought of a lot of adjectives, which are describing words. And I put some adjectives on there. I wrote awesome, sweet, fun, great, happy, and super. Because that's how I feel. I know it's backwards for you, but that's so I can see myself while I record this message. So, how do you make a heart? Do you remember? We've done them in library. I'm going to show you a very quick way to make a heart. This is only one thing. I have another example for you. So, you take a piece of paper and you fold it in half. Now I know sometimes we have patterns. We don't have a pattern today, right? All my patterns are in the library. We're not there. So I'm going to show you with this marker how to make a heart. So this is the folded edge, folded edge. Everybody say folded edge. Good. On the folded edge is where you're going to make half of a heart. So it's just like, kind of like a half a circle. So you're going to start a little bit down. I'm going to start right about there, a little bit down on my page. And on that fold, I'm going to go up and I'm going to make an arc and loop around. And then I'm going to make my point come all the way down to the other end of the paper. It's okay. Look, mine's a little wavy. That's okay. Because when I cut it, I'll just cut it a little straighter, right? If you don't like how that looks, you can try another one. Just bring it up and around and down. Just make sure it's down on your fold. Then we're going to take our scissors. Here's my scissors. I told you I had my little crap. My supplies are over there. Whoops. So then I'm going to start cutting right down here where my line ended. And I'm going to cut around that line. I'm going to try to hold it so you can see it. And look how I turn my paper. Makes it a little easier. It's easier to turn your paper than to turn your hands sometimes. I'm kind of following my line. Look, guess what? I got a little off my line. Do you think it'll still work? So if it kind of looks like a raindrop or an ice cream cone, you're in business, my friend. Ba-da! Magic. You just made a heart. So you can make a heart. What if you say, oh, you know what? My hearts aren't working today, or I'm not feeling a heart today. Maybe you just feel really creative. I looked outside my window today, and I thought I'd draw a picture, a little bit of what's outside my window, except I added sun, because I love sunshine. So there's no sun out my window today, or otherwise I would be reading to you outside, or I would be reading to you while I sat in my sunspot. Oh, that's the best. But since we don't have sun, I brought it inside. So I drew this picture, kind of what I see out my window. Do you have any trees out your window? So I drew a tree, and I did see some flowers poking up. So I drew a few flowers on the bottom. My grass is getting greener outside. And then on my tree, I didn't see these, but maybe if I went outside, I would. I just thought it would be fun. I added a few little ants marching up my tree. I did that. And then I have a lot of cardinals in my yard. So I have 2 cardinals that are flying in. They are very red and they have very yellow beaks. I'll show you them one day when we can get outside. And every once in a while I see a bluebird. I also have a lot of robins in my yard. I didn't draw those today. And I put a little smiley face on my son. I just thought maybe I'd make a nice happy spring picture. So if I hang it up in my house somewhere, it will make me feel good and make me smile when I look at it. So I want you to think creatively. Creation Station is open at your house. I want you to think about what would make the person who takes care of you really smile. What's going to make them smile? Right? Because when we smile, we feel better. When we get hugs, we feel better. Sometimes just when we laugh and we decide to just laugh and have fun, we feel better. So you have all your animals around you. Maybe you can draw a picture of your animals. That would be fun too. You have your animals around you. You heard about Bumbletum. He knows how to make people feel better. I know you're going to know how to make people feel better. And I help make you feel a little bit better today. And I'm going to be back again on Wednesday with a new story. All right? So stay kind, right? We're all going to stay kind. We're going to use kind words. We're all going to have some fun and give our parents a little extra love today. All right, St. Peter's, I'll see you again next time. I love and I miss you all, and I'm sending hugs your way. Here, I'll give you a big hug before I go. Yeah. Bye.